right, folks, we're going to show you something really cool to make from the garden that we saw at Grand Designs. We saw those really cool lanterns that you could move anywhere in the garden, create them at different heights. And what I loved about them is that they were so simple, just so easy to make. So you can ask me, well, how on earth do we get that right? Well, we're going to show you exactly how. Couple of things you're going to need. Some PVC piping. Now, this can be dependent on the thickness. You can use the thinner one that you get. This is the 110 mil, is that right, Garth?
That's right, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so we've already cut this into the size. You're going to need an angle grinder, probably the only piece of power tool that you're going to need for any of this. You're going to need that, guys, some safety equipment, most importantly. And of course, you're going to need one of these guys. And this is basically just the container that comes from those bamboo stakes that you buy. Now, I'm sure in some shops you could just buy them on their own. But if you can't, well, just buy the bamboo. You know what? The concrete one's going to last 100 times longer than the bamboo guy. So that's all we need, Garth.
Yep. Okay, we're going to use angle grinder. Make sure safety equipment.
Yes, okay. So I think it might be dangerous if I use the angle grinder, Garth.
Yep, I know that, Tanya.
You might have to run. Okay, goggles.
Goggles.
We're making literally a slit down.
Just going to make a slit down there.
Okay, all right. Okay, cut and ready to go.
Cut and ready.
Next thing we do is we take this guy. We've got a bucket here with some river sand inside it, and that's just for stability. We take our PVC piping and we just bury it slightly into it so that it will hold it. You know, you could put it just straight on here, but then when you want to leave it there and get it to dry and you happen to want to move things around, well, you're going to have a fine time keeping this still. So rather just into a bucket like this, or even just into the ground in the garden. Okay, at that point, that's all your prep done. All we need to do now is go and get our mixture ready to pour into our PVC piping. Let's go sort it, Garth. The mixture that we're using today is a standard mixture, which is a 2-1-1. So we're using 2 parts of river sand, 1 part of stone, and 1 part of PPC cement. So to start off with, we've got some nice fine river sand. Garth, let's whack that in so long. And in the 2 parts, what we're saying is that 2 parts could either be half a bucket. So half a bucket is actually our 1 ratio. So in other words, it's 1 full bucket of very fine river sand. And for this project, folks, you really do need fine river sand because the final product that you want of that Japanese type lantern, you want it to have a nice smooth finish. Okay, and half a bucket of stones. For this, once again, we're using a very fine stone. This is a 13 mil stone rather than the bigger guy because of the volume. I mean, the volume of that pipe is only that wide, so you really don't need a big stone in there. And then, Garth, we've got half a bucket of cement.
I'm going to organise it now, Tanya.
Excellent. I'm just going to start mixing here in the meantime. Okay. Lovely stuff. Okay, right, all mixed in. Let's get that water going. I think we're looking all right here.
Can do a good mix now.
Final 2 mixes, Garth.
Okay.
Cool, nicely mixed. Garth, show the folks at home how runny this guy is. Lift him up, give him a pour. That's what we want, because we want it to fall right into those little cones that we've made of the PVC piping, and give it a slap. Ooh, nice. Okay, let's get it into the bucket. There we go. Groovy. Let's go sort this. Alrighty, Garth, we've got this ready. All we got to do now is fill it up. Okay, you do the honors. You know, the other cool thing, folks, is about having the bucket, that if you do make a mess and you kind of miss it, just miss it for me, Garth. Humour me. Like that, you see? Don't do that on the Saturday afternoon after the rugby, you know what I mean? Anyway, if you do miss it, at least you're not making the mess all the way around everywhere, you're just making it in the bucket. Good tip. Okay, you only want to fill this up literally halfway, almost to the length of where this little guy is going to go. So that obviously depends on the height of where you want it, or how high you want your Japanese lantern. So depending on that, but always remember, take a look inside, check it out. Right, we filled almost halfway. Yeah, we're there.
Should we try it?
Let's go for it. And in he goes. Pop him in. Make sure that he is level, all right? The top of this lip over here is level with the top of your PVC piping. Cool, all right? Garth, and now we're just gonna pop it in.
Just fill around it.
Fill around it, okay. For this, we've got this little gadget over here. Now, this is a piece of metal rod. You could use anything. You could use a dowel, stick, anything, as long as it's gonna get in here. And at this point, just gonna take it and feed it in there.
It's gonna get a little bit messy, but
yeah, you know what, Garth,
clean it
I'm
up.
sticking my hands in here.
You love it.
Yeah, I know, this is too finicky for me, because we can always wipe this off.
Yeah.
Okay, you do that, Garth.
Okay.
Okay, now, depending on the type of PVC piping that you choose, you'll notice that there are many different types out there on the market. One will have a pretty thick wall. This one has got a thinner wall. Now, if you use a thick wall, generally when you're making it, you won't actually need to tie this together. And that's probably what you want to go for. However, in terms of costings, it is going to cost you a major difference in terms of the two. So if you are using the thinner one, then what I'd suggest that you do is just get a bit of binding wire. And we're just going to nip a bit off here, wind a bit through. And of course you could use cable ties to do this as well. It would do the job equally well. Right, and then we just pop it round here. And all that's going to do is just going to hold it together. Because of the thinner inner wall, we don't want it to bulge and all our concrete mixture come pouring out. So you want to just bopper it there a bit, Garth. There we go. Perfect. And we just need one more.
Yeah.
Okay, just give him a squeeze. And we just get rid of all of these bits here, and it just smooths off the edge and cleans off our little lantern canister here. Nice. Cleaned up really nicely.
Oh, we're gonna have to wait.
So we leave it, we be patient,
We will.
and in the meantime, we can make more and be a bit more creative. Fancy seeing you here, Garth.
Again, Tanya.
Now, the good news is that we made this one earlier. It's dried and it's good to go. We can see that it's dry because the colour of the concrete here has turned. It's turned into a beautiful grey. And all we got to do now is open this guy up. Let me turn him on its side. Let's take him out of here. Probably a better idea. Let's slide him down gently.
Push him that way.
Yeah, let's push him out. There we go. Out he comes. Woo-hoo. Oh, man. Oh, you're right there.
Yep. Look at crap.
And here we have our awesome Japanese style lantern, concrete lantern that will last for years and years and years. See the smoothness, beautiful smoothness along here. You do get a few bubbles, kind of adds to the character. So what could you do with this guy? Well, you could stain it. You could use a concrete stain on it. Of course, you could take it one step further then. You could maybe put some mosaics down it, give it a slap of paint. And, I mean, the options are endless. You really could go wild. But right now, what I'm dying to do is fill this guy up with some lantern oil. There we go. Little funnel. Okay. He's back on top. Light it, Garth. Ooh la la. There we have it. We've got our awesome lantern. Really, really cool. I think this is an awesome project. Very easy, hey, Garth?
Easy.
Sure.
I'm going to make a few for my garden.
I think I might just be doing the same thing. Really cool. I hope you enjoy it too. Bye.